everyone. My name is Ed DeCosta with the Catalyst Associates and eddecosta.com. And although this is not my 100th video, it is the video blog entry for my 100th blog post on WordPress. So I've been reflecting upon all of the things that have happened in the last 2 years since I began blogging. Honestly, I didn't know what I would write from one week to the next, but each week something came to my attention, came to my mind or my heart and inspired me. So the last week or so I've just been reflecting on what I should write about and speak about in the video. Got lots of suggestions, but I actually got one this morning that as soon as I got it, I knew this has got to be what I speak about. So the name of this blog post and video is Great Things. Just great things. Now I have to set it up, and this might go a little longer than my typical video, so forgive me. But in any case, as most of you know, I've been participating in the John Maxwell certification program. I'm one of John's faculty members. And because of that, I've gotten to really have some opportunities that I'd never had before. I've gotten to speak on stage in front of hundreds and hundreds of people. There's almost 2,000 John Maxwell students at this point. Now the president of the company, who's a good friend of mine, Paul Martinelli, has been teasing me. And again, it's beyond the subject of this as to why. But in any case, each and every training that we have, there's something that he's done to tease me. Now, it's all been in good fun. Well, the last one in February, he actually handed out my head, just faces, my head, and to all of the people who were in attendance. I did not know this was going to happen, didn't ask for it, but it did. And shortly thereafter, I found myself being asked to autograph my own head, which is somewhat surreal. And maybe I'll blog on that at some point in the future, but needless to say, I didn't know what to write on my own head. And many of the folks, they're wonderful people, and I've come to know quite a few, but I'd never been in the same room with most. And so I would ask them their name, and I'd just write their name, and I'd just say, I'd look forward to getting to know and work with you, Ed DeCosta. Look forward to getting to know and to work with you, Ed DeCosta. I just started to write the same thing again and again. Just because there were hundreds of people. They were literally beginning to form a line. Well, I don't know how many I signed. It was possibly 400 or more. And it's tiresome. In any case, one of the Maxwell students came up to me on the second day and asked me what I had done to Nora. And I didn't know what she was speaking of, and she pointed to one of the tables, and there was a woman there looking down, looking quite sad. Now I was really bewildered at this point. I thought maybe I had spelled her name wrong, or I couldn't imagine really what I had done. And so I went up with Denise to speak to Nora during one of the breaks, and she was sobbing and could hardly get it out. But essentially what she said to me was that she had really been praying about whether or not to come to this John Maxwell certification program, and if it was right for her, and if she could do it. And in any case, she was going through a pretty excruciating process to make this determination as to whether or not she should come. And she felt very strongly God's message to her that she should in fact attend the John Maxwell certification program. And God's message to her, according to Nora, was that he expected great things from her. Now she's sobbing, and I'm listening to her story, but I'm really listening to find out what I have done to her. And of course, I asked her the question, Nora, how can I help you? I forget precisely what I said, but she's holding my head with the back facing me. And she said, Ed, God told me he expected great things for me. God expected great things from me. Again, I'm still staring at the back of his head, my head, imagining what I could have done. I'm convinced now I've spelled her name incorrectly and I've offended her. So I'm ready to find another one to sign a new one. She turns it over, and on it, it says, Nora, together we'll do great things. Ed DeCosta. And I've underlined the words great things. Now I'm here to tell you, I have no recollection of writing that. I asked other students there. I don't believe I wrote that on anyone else's Ed head, as they came to call it. And I do believe that it was a message to her, just validating the message that she had already received before coming. Now, it's not, my message is not that I'm some messenger from God or anything like that. It's just to say that we are tools, and we are on a journey that is in part of our own making, but in part absolutely not of our own making. We need to be open to that. It gives me goosebumps just telling you this story. And again, I'm only telling this story because I got a message from Nora and then spoke to her and got her permission. It's quite personal, as you can imagine. But I turn it to you and I will say that you also expected to do great things. God has a plan for you. You have to really reflect. You have to pray. You have to ask. You have to be open to hear that voice. You know, someone once said to me, and I don't honestly remember who, that prayer is talking to God. Intuition is God speaking back to you. So often in our lives when we're faced with difficulties, challenges, tough decisions, you really have to go with your gut feeling. You have to go with your intuition. It's not anything that you are able to calculate. But it's my belief, my faith, that it's in times like that when you pray actively and really, really ask the question and are open to the answer, that it does come to you. And wherever you are in this great, big, beautiful world, go ahead.